Hey everybody, I'm back. Breath of the Wild. Last time you saw me, I made it here to Hateno Village after taking Impa's advice to come. I'm going to see somebody uh, about something. You'll see what it is when we get there. Nevertheless, if you look at the top left corner, actually, if you can see it, I don't know if I'm on the screen in the way or not. I'll try to move it to the right side this time. Top left corner, you'll see, not that. You'll see that by my runes right here that I can use, I added one amiibo rune. Now you'll see when you get there, watch this. Scroll all the way to the right and you get on the options and it says amiibo. You can use amiibo or you can cancel, not use amiibo. I'm going to use mine. If you are familiar with, and most people are, what amiibos are, they're collectibles and you get 4 each game. Smash Brothers, Mario Brothers, Zelda, all kinds of them. And when you scan the amiibos on either your Joy-Con controller or I have a Pro controller here, then you get, we'll say gifts, supplies. You remember how I said that you have to collect a ton of stuff, vegetables, bugs, all kinds of stuff like rocks, gems, everything. There's a lot of it. That's very time consuming, but the amiibos help you collect those kind of daily. You can use one amiibo, you can use every amiibo, but once daily each amiibo. Now, there's a lot of amiibos, and like I told you when I started this video and every other video I started, that when the Switch came out, I didn't have the money to afford it, you know what I mean? I wasn't paying for this, you get my point. So I wasn't collecting. So what I did was I went online and I found, you can see it here, it's a little book that's got NPC cards. Each one of these has a little bar on it and they scan like the amiibos do. And I've got every one of them here. There's Zelda and it's, what do you call it, Wind Waker Zelda. You get my point. There's the Guardians, there's Champions. You'll see what those are later on down the road. Anyway, there, just so you can see and know my faces in there. My point is, I went ahead and used amiibos, decided I want to go ahead and get what I can, because if you've got them, you're going to use them. Be foolish not to, because look what I got. And I'm going to do some more in a minute here. Watch. I've traded in a lot of my weapons because I've upgraded. I think I found that one. I won that one. I don't remember if I beat, I think I might have got it from beating that Yiga man. Anyway, this one, 30 on the hits, 36. These are double-handed weapons here. Soldier Claymore, 20. You get my point. There's nice upgrades here, and they didn't cost me anything as far as, I had to pay for the amiibo cards, but you do that once and you've done forever. It works on most Zelda games, newer ones anyway, at least on the Switch, I mean. I got a few bow upgrades here. The soldier bow, this swallow bow, and another soldier bow. Now, here's another one. You see the arrows here. There are additional kinds of arrows, and I can get these stocked up through the amiibos. Fire arrow, ice arrow, shock arrow, and bomb arrow. And these will be all over the game. They're not uncommon. You'll find them. I just found them a little earlier by using the amiibos. It's not cheating. It's what they're there for. And I know you're like, well, I don't have, well, you don't have to have the amiibos. You'll find these things as you go. And I can guarantee you one thing, I'm likely not to use any of this fancy stuff like this till I get to a boss or something, when I would have already found these things anyway. I found a nice shield and the Gerudo shield. That's from the desert, the Gerudo desert, and you'll find out about that when you get there. Champions amiibos. And then I found the big one here was the new armor upgrades, Trousers of the Wind and the Tunic of the Wind. Now, as you can see, the little dot on a number on the bottom right is the what do you call it, the defense quotient. There's a word for it, but you get my point. How strong it is. 1's not good, 3's better. You get my point. You get 20, 25, you're doing good. Bottom line is, this pair of pants, the Highland trousers, I wear probably most of the game. And when they get fully upgraded, they're great. These are equally good. They're nice. They're white. But this warm double, I think is what it's called. Double it. I don't know. I think it's double. Maybe I'm wrong. It's good for in the cold, but right now it's a 1 on armor, and the Tunic of the Wind is a 3. So I'm going to bump that up and be a little more prepared, I guess. Also, I found a bunch of new mushrooms, ancient parts, rocks, fish, meats. You can see all this stuff. All these fish are free with the amiibos, and you can use these to cook. And I will do some cooking. There's other stuff, the hardy radish, the chicken, acorns, chickaloo nuts, all that kind of stuff. And they were all free. That's some of these things are in different regions. You're not even anywhere near yet. The Volt fruit comes from the Gerudo region. So does, or the Endurance Shroom and other places. These flints, salt rocks, and these jewels come out of the stones. And when you play against some of the bosses, the stone taluses, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so there's a lot you can get by using the amiibos, and I would if you've got them available to you. If you want to see how it's done, I want to go over here right now to. I'm in the same place I was when we left off last time, except I'm going to go over here to what will be eventually Link's house. That's going to be my house. Now, as you can see right now, it's empty, but it will be mine. There will be a bed up here for us to sleep in. We can make time go by faster and heal ourselves and whatnot. With that done, then we'll have a spot on the wall where we can hold 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 there, and 1, 2, 3 there. Shields here, weapons here, and bows here. If you want to hold on to any of the hard finds, the special ones, and you will. I do. Most people do. And they're there if you need them to fight. But most of the time, you get inventory full. So what I'm saying is right now, we'll come back and get this. But for the time being, I've got, and I have bought in my time, 4 amiibos. My wife bought me 1. I bought the other 3. And I'll show them to you while I put this down. This is the Zelda Skyward Sword, and I'm going to put it in front of my face because I know my face is going to be in this video. The Zelda Skyward Sword, and you take it once you've got your amiibo room thing, just set it right on top, and it will give you something. Now, I don't know what. Acorn, Sun Shroom, Razor Shroom, Highland Herb, and Raw Meat. Okay, wasn't much on that one. The next 3 are all from the Tears of the Kingdom. This is the Link from Tears of the Kingdom. And we'll just plop him right there. And I'll put those up in a minute. More fish. Some of these I might not have yet. Let's see. I got all these. And then you'll get a treasure chest. Now this is where you'll find your weapons, your jewels, gems, whatever. Let me see what... Soldier Spear. Now, that would be a you can see it. A 10 would be a great weapon if you didn't already have everything else I've got. And I'm not being arrogant. I'm just saying I've got a pretty decent little stash so far. But they're there if you need them. I'm going to go on with the next one. Will be the Princess Zelda for Tears of the Kingdom. And this one and the one I got coming up were released a little late after everybody had Tears of the Kingdom. But I went ahead and bought them anyway. So here she goes. Hylian Herb. And let's see what's in here. And here I'm going to tell you something else when I get done with this Soldier Shield. Now, inventory's full, but that's the 16 on the Soldier Shield. So we're going to assume I can get rid of something. Yeah, like this Bokoblin Shield or whatever it was. Boko Shield. Yeah, so we're going to take this in its place. And always upgrade if we can. And the last one I got here is the Ganondorf. Again, that is from Tears of the Kingdom. And I need to get a better weapon. Better weapon out for this. And I don't want to damage my good stuff here. You can bust these bad boys open. There's a lot of jewels found, or not jewels, rupees, which are your currency in the game. And I got a lot. Also, one of my amiibos gave me a horse. The ironic part is the horse is Epona. If you played any other Zelda games and you're familiar with Link's perfect, already ready to go, seasoned vet of a horse, you can get Epona on some of these amiibos. Now, I got Epona, and I went ahead and took her to the stable that we were at last time. And since I have money now, I have a pretty decent amount. There it is, 339 from these amiibos that I did earlier. I went ahead and got the Epona horse, registered her. I put her aside because I don't need the horse right now. I don't want to hurt her anyway. So I got all this stuff, got the horse, got the weapons, got a little bit of armor, got shields. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you something in particular. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it'll come to me if I forgot something. But my point is, the amiibos are worth it. The cards, if you can't get the amiibos, if you can get the amiibos, they're cool. They're gonna add up if you buy them all. They're expensive if you buy all of them. To be honest with you, trying to find all of them is gonna be difficult because they're all gone by now, and anybody who's trying to sell them wants a shit ton of money for them. So anyway, so what we're gonna do here is I'm going to, just because I don't, and there's more to do, but I don't like the map to be blue, black, whatever you want to call it, blue and black. I'm going to go up the top of that tower right there, and I'm going to get this map portion lit up, and then I'm going to warp right back here to where I am. And we're going to go to where we were told to go in Hateno Village. But first we're going to go up there and activate this piece of the map and access that warp point. Now, trying to think if there's anything I forget to tell you that I did while I was in between here. I don't think so. And again, I hope it'll come to me. Maybe I'm just assuming that I'm forgetting something. But anyway, I wonder if I can get, no, that cricket flew off. I'm going to try to avoid these enemies if I can, because I'm not interested in getting beat up over, you know, for no reason. There might be a treasure chest up there, but again, I'll get what I need one way or another. And this is a nice chunk of the map. I probably should use my horse here, but I'm not anywhere near a stable. Not that I'm aware of, at least. I'm sure there's another stable somewhere around here. They're all over the map. I just don't think about it right now when the screen's blank like this. I don't remember exactly where. And here's that one. It's pretty close. I'm sure there's another one up here somewhere. You know what I mean. I haven't killed one of these yet. I need to do it just so I can get the... Oh, I did kill one. Oh, I had already gotten their jellies, choo-choo jellies. Oh man, big game. And if you think this one's big, wait till you get Tears of the Kingdom. In Tears of the Kingdom, you can go up in the sky and underneath the ground. It's big. Again, I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm forgetting to do or tell you. Now, these thorns, I believe there's a way around them, and I'm going to play it accordingly because I shouldn't have certain things that I do have. And for example, fire arrows will burn those thorns up, and I don't have to go around them. But I'm going to play it like I don't have any fire arrows because you might not. You might not have amiibos. Let me start this one over because this is a nice long jump up there, boy. There we go. All right. And yes, you'll need every bit of that stamina that you got here to get up this one. And what I need to do is cook some food before too long. And I might do that when I get back to Hateno Village, because right there by the soon-to-be my house is a cooking pot. Kind of like a little treasure, I guess. You see, I told you need every bit of that stamina to get up here. Every bit of it. And some of these, again, they're real time consuming in this fashion. Some of them have enemies throwing stuff at you, but that's kind of the point. They can't make it all just real simple like the first one was. And once you've marked these things on your map and activated them, more or less whatever terminology you want to use, you'll never have to climb them again. You can, but you'll never have to, because you'll just go warp to the top. And so all these thorns and stuff you will avoid. And then if you want to get down, just jump off, because you got your paraglider now. So. And there's more armor in this game. There's climbing gear. I don't know if I'm gonna make it this time. The answer was no. Can I roll any further? Okay, well, I need to see if there's something I can... I don't want to come back. I gotta get back up there one way or another. Let's do it. I'm not interested in coming back. Probably a faster way. Sorry, y'all. I probably should have cooked some stamina food before I did this, just for that last little bit, but since I don't have a cooking pot near me, I can't do it. But I'm gonna go back up to where I was and see if there's another way around. I think there is. I don't remember having to use any foods the first time I did this. All right. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going over there. I should have done it the first time. Yep, I knew there was another way to do this. Sorry, y'all. I'll leave it to me. Yeah, this should make it. Anyway, let's open up a big portion of the map here. We'll go back to Hateno Village. There's a lot of side quests in all the villages, a lot of side quests outside of villages, side quests in stables. A lot of stuff to do in this game. A lot of things to get, a lot of rewards. It's one of those games that's just a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. If you're a Zelda fan, you've already played this. I don't know why I'm talking to you. If you haven't played it, it's time. It really is, especially with Tears of the Kingdom and Echoes of Wisdom already out. Alright, so we're going to go back to Hateno Village now. Mark this spot on the map here. That's a big chunk of map right there. All right, so we're going to, we could jump off here and kind of fly to the village, but we're gonna go ahead and warp ourselves back over here. And we're going to cook a little bit of food real quick just so you can see how it's done. I think you already know how it's done. You saw me do it once, but I mean, you pair things up. They have each vegetable, mushroom, things like that, herbs. Most of them have an elemental part to them. Staminella mushrooms for stamina, mighty mushrooms for stronger, fighting ability, that kind of stuff. So you'll mix them up accordingly and have this stuff to use before you A, fight a big boss, B, do something stupid like me and climb a tower, run out of energy. You know what I mean. Plus, it's just basically fulfilling your health back up too. So you come right over here, and we'll talk to that guy, and there's a guy in the back. We'll talk to all of them about getting this house later on. All right, I'm going to see, what do I need here? Let's just cook this right here, the hardy radish. I don't need it right now because I don't have that much energy. But if you cook a hardy radish or a big hardy radish or anything hardy for that matter by itself, it'll do full energy replenishment. But I'm not interested in that right now. Let's see, let's just do chicken breast or chicken leg. Something I got something of staminella mushroom. Where are they at? Zap shroom. Make sure you're zap proof. There it is. This should give me a stamina boost. And we'll go with that. I think it'll give me a stamina boost. You see the little green bar on the right? It's a little bit more stamina for my wheel right there. So that's how you do that. Now I'm also about out of energy, so I'm going to dump some everyday things you'll find all the time. So some silly mushrooms like that, but look how much energy you get back on that meal. I'm back to full health. Now I got some stamina right here for later on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to follow the map. It says to go over here to my right. So we're going to come back over here towards the shrine we were at earlier. And I think there's a Korok down there. We'll get to him later. I know those of you that played this, you're like, you're forgetting a Korok. I'm going to forget him. It's just part of it. And there's a whole village down there to explore. Yes, we'll get to that too. Where am I going? I need to get down there in that village, yeah. I'm going to follow the... I think she's got a quest, can't remember. I'm going to follow the trail right here in the village. Now there's a couple things you can pick up. There's another pot lid which you can use for a shield, and if you hadn't already done your amiibos, that would be a great pickup right there, is what I'm saying. There's a ladle, I think. It is a weapon. It's a 4 power on the weapon. That's pretty good, you got to admit, for a nothing tool. Anyway. Like I said though, you're going to follow this way up, and that little boy right there and that little boy right there, there's quests involved in these guys. You'll follow this thing up, you'll end up at what's called the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab, I think is what it's called. Hateno Lab, anyway, something like that, my point. We'll get there, and we'll see what's next. Let me actually see, let's see what our quest says. It's the start button, sorry y'all. Adventure log, that's it. Locked mementos. According to Impa, the Shiekah Slate Zelda gave you is incomplete, so you're going to go up to the director of the Hateno Village Tech Lab, and he's going to upgrade this thing, and that's also going to give us another ability, and I'll tell you about that. Not right now, I don't think, but later on you'll be able to take pictures with it, and as you take pictures, a lot more is available there too. And you're like, wow, what can that really do? Well, just like with the shrine thing, it beeps whenever you're getting near a shrine. If you take a picture of something and you set your sensor to be sensitive to it, you will get beeps as you're getting closer and closer. And again, once you're doing your weapons upgrades, not weapons, armor upgrades and stuff, and you're looking for rush rooms or something like that, you're gonna be like, where are they? You want your little beeping thing to go and tell you, hey, you're getting closer, or whatever, instead of just hoping there's one in the area. But you see it beeping and you know you're getting there. That way you're not just walking off for no reason. Again, there's more apples in the trees there to collect. There's signs to read, but I can guarantee you there's nothing valuable. This tells me the tech lab is right here. Yeah, no soliciting. Sure. Again, there's more Koroks laying around here. There's more apples. I'll get to that stuff if I need it. I've got what I need for right now. These right here, you will have to, and I don't know if it's this time or next time, have to get a blue flame from, where'd it go? Down there. That guy right there. You'll have to light all these things, and we'll see when we get there. But another part of the game you'll have to do. Nothing he requires it for you to get a warping ability. They'll make a warp point here at the Hateno Tech Lab. And he'll sit right there on the floor. So we're going to go on in and see what they expect us to do. Open. There we go. All right. This is Pura, however you want to say her name. And now she's going to have a whole discussion about this thing. She's the one I'm supposed to talk to. I don't know why she is. Anyway, again, read it on your own. I've read this way too many times. I know I've got a Shiekah Slate. Told you she's the one I'm going to talk to. And she'll be back in Tears of the Kingdom, grown up like she's supposed to be. And you'll find out her backstory here. She apparently messed up something, and now she's back to being a little girl, but she got the mind of an adult. So we're going to go over here and talk to Pura, however you want to say her name. And I don't remember, I mean, even if I do, but for the game I don't. You know, it is what it is. Failed experiment. Told you. What errand? Light the torches, I think is what it is. Yep. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. This can be, and I'm going to show you, this can be very challenging to do if the enemies are around. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to drop this one because I'm less likely to use it. Keep this torch here. Now I've still got weapon hand. Okay. Now these when you get this this flame they're talking about, I told you so. Let me find it again. When you get it, you got to walk it back up this hill, but not the part, not just the part we went through. There's a whole nasty portion over there, over here, that's covered with monsters. And if you don't have them killed at first, it's a pain. It's hard to get each one of them lit because they're just waylaying you constantly. So let's go see what we can do. And it gives you, if it's raining, this won't work. It gives you those little lanterns or whatever all the way through. Maybe since it's dark, I won't have to worry about them. Let's see. That might be true. What we do though is we'll come over here and take our torch, the one I just picked up. Oh, there it is. And we'll go to the first lantern. And if we keep these lit as we go, if it were to, we'll say, go out or an enemy were to interrupt us, these lanterns will stay lit. So we can go back to them rather than having to go all the way back to the beginning of the, what you call it is. And you just find it easier to do this by walking. There it is. Walking through town, it'll get you right there. And I think there's enemies here coming up in a little bit. After we get through town here. I think where's the other one? There it is. And be patient with me, y'all. You'll do it too. It's the easiest way. So now I can come right back to one of these if I lose my torch. Okay, we're not gonna go that way yet. I think this is, yeah, still the right way. And maybe this is not right. Maybe this is not where the enemies are. I don't care. Bottom line is, there is one portion where I think that needs to be done. It's there somewhere, y'all. Trust me. All right. That's easy enough. Camera. Alright, like I said, you'll take pictures of everything that you got. You can buy them later too if you have the money and don't have the patience. And now this is where the interesting part comes in. You're going to need to find the memories of your past. And I think once you get the first one, show it to Impa and she'll give you the hero's tunic or the champion's tunic. But I said, there's so much to do in this game. And you don't have to stay focused. You don't even have to do these memories. You don't have to get the tunic. You can go fight just like you are right now. But I would advise against it. I don't want you, there we go, don't want you blinking. Okay. Alright, I believe that's all I need here. Now let me see what's new on the list here. Adventure log. Alright. Snap a image of her. We did that. Alright, do I need to show her the picture? Ah, maybe I do. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I did this, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, like I said, all right, we'll go back and talk to Impa. Yeah, and that's another reason why you do these shrines right away. You have warping points here. You don't have to worry about making that walk again. I think she's gonna tell me to find one of my memories. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's difficult if you don't know where you're looking for these things because it's a lot of map and they got just one picture on there. So one picture of a little spot, I mean. But I'll show you where at least one or two of them are real simple to get to. And then once you do that, you can get the champion tunic. But we'll go back and see what Impa tells us to do first. See, at least one of them, and she'll give me something. All right. Now, if you look at this, you can see. Oops. Can see every one of these locations. Now, some of these are easier than other ones to get to. I have most of these places I am nowhere near right now. Most of them, a long way away. But I'll try to get to one of the ones that I can easily tell you, hey, this is where you go on your map. That's one of them right there. It's really easy to get to. Some of these, not so much. And the compendium here on the right, the L thing or right thing, it's going to be all of the insects, everything you can possibly get in this game is going to be in the compendium. So right now I'm going to go to, oops, that's not what I want to do. The map. Now I know that right over here, I'm going to mark it for you. Put a little star right there is where one of the pictures in the compendium is. I'll go run in right through here in this area, come up here to the shrine, come through these woods, walk down here. There's a lot of nasty enemies right here that we can avoid most of them. And then right about there, before you get to this spot, you'll find that first memory. It's an easy one from where we're standing right now. Let's do that first. Might be faster just to warp up there. Yeah, let's do that. And again, I'm sorry about my son, y'all. He's loud. But there's really not any way I can I can't tape his mouth shut, ain't I? Or can I? I don't know. Alright. Now there's a lot of other stuff. There's a fairy fountain up here, which we're not going to fool with right now, but we'll get there. There will be 4 fairy fountains in the game, and I'll show you where all 4 of them are. That little guy right there, he gives you money if you pop him with your... See there? Hit him with the arrow. There's 2 5s right there, a 20. Down there is your fairy fountain. I'm not going there yet. You see it? That little area. I'm going to go around it. I don't need to get there and get my hopes up or anything right now. That's it right there. We'll come back to it. See, right there. That's her little home. I think she wants money to be opened up. I think it's what it is. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, we're going to go past her. We're going to get some of these things, blue nightshade. Again, like I said, they're all over the map, these things are. You'll be constantly picking them up, constantly using them too. There are more Korok puzzles. There's one right there. I'll take care of that when I walk by because those are fairly easy. First I need to get my magnesis ready because it's another one of these puzzles. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little more work than I want it to. But again, like I said, you're going to need 900 of these things to complete the game. You don't have to have 900 of them. You don't have to get any of them, to be honest with you. But I find it a lot more reassuring to have plenty of room to store weapons, bows, and shields. And I think you will too. I happen to know from the top of my head that this is a Yiga clan guy or girl, whichever one. I'm not going to talk to him because I don't feel like getting in a fight right now. But a lot of guys around here pretend to be everyday citizens, and they're not. Now, as you can see, like I told you, we walk through the, fairy area, the fairy fountain area, through this area, and we're going to come right alongside this mountain cliff here, mountainside, whatever you want to call it. Go through these enemies, and we're going to be heading right there, so be patient with me. And this will get you your first memory. And again, it's the easiest one, I think, to do, because it's right here on the way from where you were at Kakariko. Now, this is the first area you're going to see. You need the Zolfos, one of the enemies you'll be fighting a lot of. And we're not very strong right now, but we may tackle a couple of them. We'll see how we feel at the time. I just don't, I'm not a big fan of wearing out all my weapons. But then again, I guess just like you can, if you have the amiibos, tomorrow you can get up, and I'm not going to fight them out. Tomorrow you can get up, get on, and scan your amiibos again. And I'll just run a little faster. Wait till it regenerates. Man, he's fast. Oh, come on. Those puddles out there are the Lizalfos, the ones that are in the water swimming. And again, if you want to, you can kill these guys. Don't have to. There's a shrine beeping because there's one up there behind that waterfall. I'll get to it later. Don't give me any attitude. I'm not going to waste all my arrows. I don't need to fight that guy anyway. Oh, get that arrow back. Now, again, when you get this memory restored, you can go back and go through those guys again if you want to, but there's not much point. You can just warp back to Kakariko Village, talk to Impa, and then she'll give you your treasure / reward, whatever you want to call it, and I've already told you what it is. It's the champion's tunic. Pretend like you didn't see that. I didn't expect a one-hitter from a Moblin right there this early in the game, but whatever. That's probably one of the reasons why it's winding me down, whittling me down to what I'm looking for right there. I'll be a little more careful around him this time because it's right behind him is where it is, the piece I'm looking for. And then we'll warp out of here and we'll go heal up somehow. Whether I have to make more food or whatever. Should have got my horse. Really should have got my horse. This is all my fault. Let's see if I can do something else and mess him up. Nope, that's not going to do it. I'm dead again because he won't stop crouching. Okay, last time. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm an idiot. I really ought to just fight him. I'm not interested in wasting any more time in this, so. Alright, I'm not sure if this will help me or not, but I'm going to eat an apple. 2 of them to get my health back up, and let's see what I can do. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But it's proof that that extra heart was enough to get me through it. Ryan! God damn, son. just got to get right there. Never in my life had this much trouble. Ridiculous. Remember how I said this was the easiest one to get to? Maybe I'm wrong. But it's better than going all the way around that bridge again. Because there he is. I'm just going to fly by. Well, I'm sorry. Could have gone better. But if you look on the ground here, it'll be a little sparkling spot. And that'll be the first memory. See it right there? We'll go back and recall this memory, and it'll play it for you. And then you can actually access it in your inventory or your photo album, whatever you want to call it, and see this anytime you want to. And this is Link recollecting. That's the 4 champions.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lineru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
And that, by the way, I'm wearing that blue. That's what the champion's armor looks like that I'm fixing to get as soon as I go back to Impa.
Well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts. Show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore.
I may not be much use on the battlefield, but there must be something I can do to help.
Oh yeah. Like I said, 12, I think it's 12 memories, maybe more when you get into the DLC and stuff like that too. Man, it's a good game though. You know, get the first one and bring back some of my memory here. So we're gonna go back to Kakariko village. And we'll heal up, I'm sure. We'll cook some food real quick, heal up, and then see what she's got for us next. I'm gonna come right over here and use this pot real quick to cook some food. There's a little red dot over her, says, I've got a side quest for you. Let's just cook something here. Listen to a little jingle. And I'll just eat that and be full and not hear that beeping noise anymore. Okay. Let's go back and talk to Impa. She should give us the tunic this time. That's the one that I like the most in the game. And there's a lot of them to get. Alright, cache of memories. Alright, now it looks like that is the only, and this is where you get into with this game. They're not even necessary to beat this game. Freeing Divine Beast is not necessary to beat this game. The only thing that's necessary to do is go into Hyrule Castle and destroy Ganon. That's it, and you win. But there's so much more in this game you can do as far as gathering, upgrading, beating, speaking to people. It's memories learned. There's so much to do. So I'm going to put this controller down for a second and look at you here. Being is that there are the memories they want you to find on the list. Free Divine Beast on the list and destroy Ganon on the list. That's it so far. All those things, I'll put it in this many words, in good time. You know what I mean? In good time. We are going to probably spend a lot of time doing shrine battles or puzzles. If you got children, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll go do the shrines. We'll unlock the map. We'll get our hearts. We'll get our stamina wheel. We'll use our amiibos on a day-to-day basis, and we'll get upgrades. We'll do side quests. I guess we'll say do everything we can. We'll find memories as we go, too, on the way. But that Free Divine Beast and destroy Ganon are what we're going to do later on when we're really equipped. So from here on out, what we're going to do is equip that and be ready for next time. If I can get my child to be quiet, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. We'll save that. See you next time.